1533, the year the world changed. Before this, it was a sin judged by God and the Church. After this, it was a crime judged by the king. King Henry VIII. He didn't care about morality. He wanted absolute power. He needed to break the Church's hold on England. The Buggery Act was his weapon. It turned a private act into a capital offence. The punishment was no longer penance, it was death. But you cannot kill male human sexual nature. By the 1700s, a secret world had emerged in the shadows of London, the Molly House. Taverns where men could be themselves. They held mock marriages and some danced in dresses right under the nose of the hangman. 1835, the joy was crushed. James Pratt and John Smith became the last two men in England hanged for who they loved. The Victorian era. The gallows were replaced by the cell. The law evolved from killing the body to imprisoning the mind. 1885, the Labouche Amendment. It created a new crime, gross indecency. Proof of the act was no longer required. It was known as the Blackmailer's Charter. Criminals realized they could drain a man's bank account just by threatening to speak. Oscar Wilde was the most famous victim. From the Toast of London to hard labour, the lesson was clear: silence or ruin. 1914, the trenches. In the face of mass death, the strict laws of London dissolved into the mud. They called it comradeship. Men found love and bonded where they were supposed to find death. A brief spark of freedom in hell. 1929, the false dawn. The World League for Sexual Reform met in London. Science finally challenged the law. Doctors argued that the 1533 Act was a relic of the Dark Ages. For a moment, it felt like freedom was coming. But the 1950s brought the witch hunts. Police used handsome officers as agent provocateurs to entrap men in public places. Alan Turing, the war hero who cracked Enigma. He was entrapped, arrested, and repaid with chemical castration. 1954, the Montague trial. A lord and a journalist were dragged through the courts. The public finally saw the cruelty of the state. The outcry forced the Wolfenden Report. It recommended change in 1957, but the government refused. For 10 years, it gathered dust. A lost decade. While politicians delayed, thousands more men were arrested, imprisoned, and shamed. 1967, the Sexual Offences Act. Finally, the law changed, but it was freedom with conditions. Strictly in private, strictly over the age of 21. It was not equality, but it was the first step out of the dark. 434 years of the King's threat ended. The law was rewritten. The long road to true freedom had begun.